down the pay-per-views of the year, WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, the best matches of those cards. We're going to tell you the superstars, best matches, superstar promos, awards. We got them. We're giving them away. And
we got heels, faces. We got heel turns. We got face turns. We got best event. We got a lot of awards to give out tonight.
We want to wish you guys a happy holidays and, of course, a wonderful, happy new year. It's that time of the year, and this is our first holiday special. So, let's get it started.
Hence the scarf. Yep.
All heels wear scarves.
Exactly.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah. ROH, ROH, ROH.
Can I get an SCU?
SCU.
I don't think I hear you guys.
SCU.
Can I get an SCU? Alright. Because we have the first event, March 9th, Ring of Honor 16th anniversary. We have SCU versus the Hung Bucks. Adam Page and the Young Bucks versus SCU. Stand-on match. These guys, I don't even have to get into details. Anytime you put the Bucks, you put SCU involved. You put the Elite. Anyone surrounding them, great match quality every time. We also have Cody Rhodes versus Matt Taven.
Matt Taven.
We have
Cody Smile.
The champion, Dalton Castle versus
the boys.
Jay Lethal. Now, Dalton Castle was on fire at this point. Later on in the year, he ends up getting injury. He still manages to headline 4 of the 5 Ring of Honor pay-per-views. But unfortunately, his injury led to the snap and his title reign.
Yeah, man.
And
Dalton Castle and the boys were just on a run. He was really on a run. I honestly would not be surprised to see Dalton Castle and the boys in in WWE in 2019. They got their eye on him.
It's different. Dalton Castle definitely brings. We're used to stars with flamboyance and stuff like that, but Dalton Castle, I think, ups it in a way that Velveteen Dream doesn't.
Could you imagine him in Velveteen Dream? Oh my god!
I think they'll make a great stable or tag. Dalton Castle and Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
But this is Ring of Honor. We turned the page on 2018's year with WWE. This is Ring of Honor 2018.
Absolutely.
Moving on, second night, the highlight of, because this is Ring of Honor's anniversary, it's a 2-night event. The second night we have Matt Taven versus Cody Rhodes versus Christopher Daniels, with Matt Taven coming out on top. The match before Cody versus Taven, Cody got the win. So it was like a rebound the next night for Matt Taven. The SU versus the Hung Bucks at this event also was SCU coming out on top.
SCU.
But moving on to April 7th, the next pay-per-view on Ring of Honor's card, Super Card of Honor 12. We have champion, still healthy at this point, Dalton Castle
and the boys
versus the villain, Marty Scurll. And I feel like this was the start, like kind of how Becky Lynch had the genesis. It's kind of the genesis of Marty Scurll. He started to get more opportunities. He started to wrestle more. You know, he's contracted to Ring of Honor, but he also does New Japan things with the Elite and such. And pretty much this was the start of him getting his own shine and pretty much building to him probably being the face of...
Look at the gear. Gold. The big show gear right there. Maybe a premonition. He's making a statement.
2019.
Yeah, this is a big year for. Yeah, this is a big year for Monty Scurll. The Monty Scurll.
Also on this card, we have Kota Ibushi versus Hangman Page. We have with Kota Ibushi coming out on top of that one. We have Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega.
Ooh.
Now, this was in the middle of the elite kind of Civil War.
This is the Bullet Club Civil War right here. Now, it's hard to say Bullet Club Civil War. That's what they were at the time. They were the. I mean, they went by the elite, but not. That was a subgroup. That's when they were a subgroup.
Cody was vying for the leadership of the Bullet Club.
Listen, Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah, at that point,
Bullet
Club was
Bullet
fine.
Club's fine. Bullet Club's fine.
Great match. Anytime Cody and Omega get in the ring together, it's classic.
And then at the end, the Bucks was gonna go and hit Cody with the super kick. Cody ducked, and then Omega,
which started the little
started rough, yeah.
mean in the relationship between the Bucks and
April,
Omega.
because
and this storyline ends up dragging throughout the entirety of 2018 with Omega re-solidifying his relationship with the Young Bucks, as well as Kota Ibushi, and pretty much forming the Golden Elite.
Yeah, but
so
that's New Japan. You know,
it's kind of hard to keep no mention of New Japan because of the relationship.
Yeah, especially with
Ring of Honor has with New Japan. They kind of coincide.
They are intertwined.
Coincide a lot of the time. They share a lot of talent,
especially with being the elite.
So the last highlight of a Supercard of Honor. When we say highlight, we don't discredit any other matches, but the highlight for us was SCU versus the Young Bucks. The SCU versus the Young Bucks with Flip Gordon, and of course, SCU comes out on top. These two teams, SCU and the Bucks, would definitely be bumping heads throughout the entirety of this year. SCU becomes a big part of being the elite with the Bucks and the elite. Absolutely. And they all elevate their status together throughout this entirety of 2018.
Yep.
Moving on to the third pay-per-view, June 29th, the Best in the World pay-per-view. We have still healthy at this time, Dalton Castle, the champion, versus Cody Rhodes versus Marty Scurll. Once again, Marty solidifying the position, moving up the card, and Cody just doing Cody Rhodes things.
Cody Rhodes, man, he's one of the best he's one of the best heels in the game. He really is. He's
arguably one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah,
arguably
the best heels or faces in the world. He can turn it on, off. Cody is a classic wrestler.
But a lot of New Japan was once again intertwined with this pay-per-view. We have Los Ingobernables versus the Kingdom. Matt Taven, Orion and Vinny, and we have Bushi, Eve Sonata from Los Ingobernables, with the Kingdom actually coming out on top. We move on to the fourth event, which is September 28th and 29th, a 2-night pay-per-view. The biggest things coming out of there, the Death Before the Sauna.
Yeah.
We have the Elite versus Chaos. Okada, Chucky T, Beretta, Ishii, and Rocky Romero versus the entire Elite minus Kenny Omega. Yeah. With the Elite coming out on top, again, solidified their status in 2018. The Elite truly became the Elite, and this was just another.
What month were you in at this point?
This is September.
Oh yeah, so
this is after All In.
This is
All In was September 1st. This is truly the pinnacle of the Elite.
This is after the G1 special, so yeah, this is truly when.
Also on the card, awesome match. I just can't get the Lethal Injection out of my mind. Jay Lethal versus Will Ospreay for the vacant Ring of Honor World Championship.
Oh yeah, because
Jay Lethal wins the title. And from September on, Jay Lethal's been an amazing champion, defending left and right,
killing it,
just doing the best he can do. We also have Cody Rhodes defending the newly won NWA World Title. That's right, NWA World Title in Ring of Honor, defending it against Willie Mack, which was I believe was Willie Mack's debut, if I'm not mistaken.
That might have been his for Ring of Honor.
For Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Willie Mack is an NWA wrestler.
Yeah, he wrestles in Impact. He also wrestles in Impact.
So yeah, this was his, I believe his Ring of Honor debut. Cody ends up getting on top of that match, winning. But at this point, Cody was United States IWGP United States champion. Cody was NWA champion. He was 6-man tag champions with the Bucks.
Yo.
Big things for Cody.
3 different championships in 3 different companies.
3 different companies. You gotta
after just running your own show.
So
Crazy.
moving on, we have the Bucks and SCU
SCU
versus Chaos and Los Ingobernables.
That's
They
it.
up on.
That was
And
Los Ingobernables.
I don't remember who won that match. I don't have it down. Come to realize, but great match nonetheless. Anytime you see the Bucks, SCU, and those are 4 major factions between 2 different promotions.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can arguably say that Chaos and Los Ingobernables are the biggest thing going in New Japan, and at Ring of Honor at the time, the Elite and the SU were the pinnacle of Ring of Honor.
This is when Tom. I just segue real quick. This is when Tom was talking when they lose me. They should be here in the middle of all this. They need to be wrestling in
Ring of Honor. It's true because
they have more eyes on them.
well, let's say Thomas Hanga, we almost gotta jump into the New Japan stuff, but this pay-per-view leads us into December 2018, the final battle. And we were there live.
You guys are live.
We have actual live footage and live videos from the event. Please check that out on our channel. We also have the farewell speech between the Elite. This was the last event.
It wasn't an emotional spirit.
It wasn't an emotional thing, but it was a big thing. The Bucks, Cody, the rest of the Elite, minus Marty Scurll, minus Flip, if you count him as Elite. The rest of the guys are moving on, doing their own thing. Supposedly they have the AEW brand coming out, which is seeming more and more every day with the new trademarks coming out that it is a thing. There's a slight hint that the Elite are teasing in WWE.
We'll see.
But
honestly, after the last episode of being the Elite, I think that's completely.
It's still here nor there, but we'll find that out in 2019. Cody and the Elite, after final battle, tell us that they won't be doing the G1 in Ring of Honor. They won't be doing any more events.
Unfortunately.
But this card was stacked, man.
Yeah.
We had Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham, hard hitting as hell.
2 of the best technical
You
wrestlers in the world.
You can see me and Focus were there live. And we were like pretty much like hands distance from the ring barriers. We could see the sweat flying off of Grisham's body every time he got chopped by Zack Sabre, punched or slapped, anything. This was hard hitting match, very technical. One of my first experiences with Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. Son.
It was awesome. Zack Sabre Jr. comes out on top of that one. We have Cody Rhodes versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Title. Amazing
One of my favorite
match.
Cody matches of the year.
Amazing match, and just the storytelling between them two. They actually capped off Cody's career in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Jay Lethal was the first match Cody came in. That's how he went out versus Jay Lethal. So a lot of storytelling, a lot of subtle storytelling, a lot of
Cody was threatening that he was going to leave Ring of Honor with the Ring of Honor Championship, and
So-
Jay Lethal is the company man, so he was defending.
the franchise.
Yeah, he's a franchise
Ring of Honor.
So that was great. That was great.
Moving on, we have Marty Scurll versus Christopher Daniels, and Marty comes out on top. After this, he goes on to create Villain Enterprises. Marty's at the top of his game, and this was SCU and the Elite farewell. So obviously they were gonna lose in their matches. It's custom for all wrestlers. That's just the culture. Put people up before you go. Marty's gonna do big things for Ring of Honor in 2019. Next up, we have Dalton Castle's return versus Matt Taven. Great match as well. At one point, we thought Matt Taven was dead. He flew off chest first into the barricade. The entire crowd were like shocked and trying to look over everybody to see if he was okay.
Yeah.
Good thing he was. Matt Taven ends up pulling out the victory even after that hard hit. To cap off the night, one of the greatest matches of the night was the ladder war. Jay Briscoe and his brother winning the titles against the SCU and the Young Bucks. Young Bucks came out in attire reminiscent of the Rockers, tributing the Rockers. It was a great match, great way to cap off Ring of Honor's 2018.
It definitely was.
And let Rich run down New Japan for us.
Oh man.
Tell me what we got, because unlike Ring of Honor, no knock on Ring of Honor, but New Japan is consistent with their pay-per-views on the level of a WWE, and we have a lot of awesome content. Narrowing down these matches were like pulling teeth.
That's
So
what it was.
Yes, it really was.
Let's hear it.
Lots of sleepless nights.
Started off Wrestle Kingdom. I love this fact that they start the year off Wrestle Kingdom 12, and the big match going in. It was a double main event with Okada and Naito. No disrespect to them, but the biggest match that everybody was talking about in this was Alpha versus Omega. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega.
Chris Jericho's debut. Well, re-debut as a re-debut after his legendary runs in WCW, ECW, WWF, WWE.
This is like 20 years in between.
20 years in between, but this is his re-debut in New Japan.
But then after that, we moved to New Year's Dash. And for those who don't know, Wrestle Kingdom is equivalent to WrestleMania, and New Year's Dash is the Raw after WrestleMania. What they do is a lot of storylines come out of New Year's Dash. So out of this, Jericho actually attacks Naito, who lost the night before, and we really start to see the Bullet Club tear apart, because I forgot to mention that Wrestle Kingdom we also had Cody versus Ibushi.
And just going off of what I was saying earlier, and leading into this attacking Naito, this led into some of the greatest promo work of probably
ever.
The aggression levels in Jericho's promo work were second to none.
This is Alpha Jericho.
And the rivalry he will start with Naito going forward, it boosted Naito's career in a big way.
Jericho going to New Japan rippled effect in so many different ways. It just affected so many different careers. His career, the Elite, just New Japan, and as a company, as itself, their streams and their services went up. That was one of like the biggest Wrestle Kingdoms ever because of Chris Jericho. It was awesome. I was one of the people that this match was important to me because this opened my eyes up to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, I had heard of them, but this is when I started paying attention and started following the Elite. With
the success and the rise of the Elite and the Bullet Club, along with the debut of Chris Jericho, New Japan just gained so many American viewers.
Yes.
And it's also a big part of why we even bring you guys this podcast and this live cast, and why we even want to talk about New Japan and bring you guys the information that once we even found was hard to get or keep up with.
Yeah.
But New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2018 was wrestling.
Exactly.
In 2018.
And this is just the first night. Yeah, this is literally the first event of the year. Next event we have is Honor Rising, and we continue to have this crack in the Bullet Club. We have the Golden Lovers and Chase Owens versus Marty Scurll and Cody and Hangman, and you also have the Chaos versus Bullet Club. So it's like the Bullet Club is getting hit up on all fronts, man.
I'm in a giving mood, and special award.
Who?
I think we can all agree.
Special award.
A special award. Let's just get a big award out the way. I think we can agree on this. Promotion of the year. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, New Japan, they definitely stepped their game up.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, congratulations.
Yeah,
you are officially the recipient of the third award of the night, Promotion of the Year.
Yes.
Kayfabe Ave. Here you got an award, guys. New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was just I feel like I have to give them that award right now, because just recapping through Wrestle Kingdom and just knowing the quality of matches we're going to receive throughout the rest of 2018.
We don't have to make Kayfabe
We're in
Japan.
We're in February.
Yeah.
We're in February.
We're just in February, guys.
We're in February because I love the story. The one thing you can never doubt about New Japan is their storytelling is immaculate. So we go on to Strong Style Evolved. Now the Young Bucks have moved from junior heavyweights to heavyweights, And at the same time, you have the reconnection of the Golden Lovers. Golden Lovers said they're the best tag team in the world, which they didn't take liking to. So this led to a match, one of the best matches of the year. Strong Style Evolved, the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks. You also had Hangman Page go against Jay White.
Wait, we can't. That's one of the matches we just can't skip over.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
The
matches. The entire year.
storytelling in that match, Matt selling his back, the
injury that happened
back
a
and
month
forth,
ago.
the back and forth between him and Omega,
Oh my
like
God,
hit me, Kenny. Like
Kenny,
I want to fight the best in the world.
anybody who's seen Kenny Omega
It was like
matches
a
knows-
big brother versus a little brother fight.
This is true. Knows that he runs through people's faces with the V trigger. He wouldn't even really do the V trigger. Bushi had to force him.
You know what I'm
Had
thinking?
to throw his hands up. Yeah.
Golden Trigger.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Then yeah. And so it was this match. This is one of my favorite matches of the year. Go out your way to watch the
Please
Golden
go out your way.
Lovers versus Young Bucks at Strong Style Evolved. You know, we're only in March.
Only in March.
We're only in
We're
March.
now, guys.
And we have the Gorillas of Destiny versus Marty Scurll and Cody.
Oh, now this is the start of the descent and the split between Bullet Club. This was Tama Tonga finally saying, "You guys aren't Bullet Club. What's this elite?"
We didn't quite.
This was I'm saying this was the start.
Yeah, this is the
This
start.
was the beginning of all that.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You guys aren't Bullet Club.
Yeah.
You know what's this elite bullshit?"
Yeah, because they keep coming out. Because you watch the show. Being the elite, like it started to really be noticeable. Like before, it was subtle. It was like we got Bullet Club and being the elite guys. But then after a while, it started becoming Bullet Club and being the elite guys. And then this is like the cracks that we're really starting to see. Next, we already went over. No, that wasn't. I don't know how to. Don't too cool. Dontaku? Yes, Dontaku. Gosh, it's like a dumbass. Dontaku.
Wait, you trying to tell me that you've been in Japan for 10 years and you don't know a word of Japanese, dumbass?
Wait. So are you serious right now?
Yeah,
You're telling
I
me
can't understand.
You're telling me that you've been coming to Japan for over a decade and you don't speak any Japanese, you dumbass. Even that dumbass Marty knows a little bit of Japanese.
I know what they were saying, dumbass. Of course I knew what they were saying. They were talking about like Infinity War Endgame and we're talking about the next world trip next year. That's what they were talking about. Yeah. Of course they were. Tell us they were talking about. Of course they were. Anyway, we have a really good match. We're starting to see the breakdown because you have Cody and Hangman and Marty on one side, and you have Kenny and the Young Bucks on one side. So we have a really good match. Omega versus Hangman. We have Ibushi versus Cody. We have Kushida versus Will Ospreay. We have Okada versus Tanahashi. And we have the return of Chris Jericho whipping Naito's ass. Oh, he whipped Naito's ass up and down that ring from pillar to post, from the window to the wall.
And this is no longer the Jericho you recognize.
Oh no, this is not
the Liz Jericho. This is
Alpha.
like Clockwork Orange Jericho. This is
Alpha.
face paint.
This is the Alpha.
Leather jacket, scarf, and hat.
This is legit.
This
I will.
is the Judas
whip it.
Jericho.
This is
Oh my
legit.
God.
I will beat your ass.
Just a flashback of that match. Literally, a flashback just hit me. The table spot.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
You know how
We're gonna
hard
get there.
Japanese tables
We're
are?
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. As he covered, the next one after that would actually be. I mean, it wasn't a New Japan pro wrestling show, but it was intertwined with the Supercard of Honor. So that we have all that continuous stuff with Omega going against Cody and the Young Bucks accidentally super kicking Omega. Then we get to Dominion, which is it's good storytelling, but it kind of takes Kenny Omega away from this because Kenny Omega gets challenged by Okada. So at Dominion, the showdown in Osaka, the 65-minute, 6.25 star match. 2 out of 3 falls. Omega versus Okada. We don't know who wins that. Kenny Omega wins that. Then we have the IWGP.
This was literally the crowning of Omega. This was you are the #1 wrestler in the world.
This match, you you should take the time to really go watch this match. You want to, I mean, honestly, they build off of, you don't have to go see the other matches, but to really truly understand this match, it's really dope to watch the whole story, because in the beginning of this match, they have these promos. It's like the Infinity War. It's like when oh my gosh, when Thanos is talking to Gamora. I know, when Thanos is talking to like the little kid Gamora at the end, and she's like asking like, was it worth it? You know,
was it worth it? Oh, that was the like the blissful
and that's how
serenity moment,
and that's how
Infinity War.
That's how they built it with Ibushi and Omega. They had like that Infinity War kind of moment. So even before the match even started, all the build, you know, all the Bullet Club stuff, like, was all of it worth it to get to the IWG?
Yeah.
The storytelling was.
You know what? I remember.
So
the image of Ibushi standing there, and Omega's just there, like, nah, man, like, I don't deserve your friendship, like, kind of in a kind of way. Like, and this is acting with no words.
Yeah.
This is no words between. This is just
hear music,
body language,
and
just living in the moment. And Kenny kind of like turns away Ibushi, like, nah, I can't, like, I don't deserve this. And Ibushi like kind of like, no, bro, and they hug each other, and the Golden Elite the Golden Lovers are back.
Yeah, man, this is grade A storytelling, because that storyline, these storylines have been intertwined for years. Okada versus Omega has been going on for 18 months. Ibushi and Omega has been going on for literally 10 years. So this is just wheels and wheels and wheels spinning finally. Then we have the Young Bucks, who made the transition from junior heavyweights to heavyweights, finally winning the heavyweight tag team championships from Evil and Sonata. We also have Will Ospreay versus Kushida and Cody versus Michael Elgin. Then we get to the G1 special. This is the height of the Bullet Club Civil War. Because once again, we have Cody versus Omega, one-on-one match. I'm wrong. Yep. We have Cody versus Omega, and that match is crazy. Omega went for a power bomb. He threw Cody over the top rope for a power bomb. The table didn't break because those goddamn
Japanese tables
are so
I
fucking
mentioned
hard.
it earlier. The Japanese tables are fucking ridiculous.
They're so hard.
I feel bad when somebody gets put through table. I don't want tables broken in New Japan.
Tables are crazy.
When you see somebody doing any type of table spot in Japan, you know they're trying to give you the best work of their life.
I think I might have actually skipped over, but just for not clarification, that Chris Jericho versus Naito was the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, which Chris Jericho did win.
Which made him the most reigns of an Intercontinental Championship, period,
ever.
in wrestling ever.
Nine-time
a
WWE
multi-promotional Intercontinental Champion.
Nobody can say that. Nobody.
Not only is he the first ever undisputed champion of WWE, he is the first ever Intercontinental Champion of 2 promotions with the most reigns.
10 times.
The GOAT.
Over the GOAT. But
Can we give out another award? Can we give Chris Jericho the Kayfabe GOAT Award?
I'm down with that.
Chris Jericho is the greatest of all time, and we want to give him another award. Congratulations to Chris Jericho. You're Kayfabe Avenue's GOAT of the Year.
Yeah, you're definitely GOAT of the Year. I mean, honestly, he's in my nominees for Superstars of the Year because Chris Jericho just had it. We're going to run it down. We're going to talk about Chris Jericho again.
If we had a Hall of Fame, I'll probably put him in.
Hey, man, that was a good first candidate.
Then
we have...
Wait, you can't tell them about the Kayfabe Hall of Fame before. Come on, bro.
Kayfabe, bro. Sheesh, man. And we have Jay White versus Juice Robinson. And this is, unfortunately, when Hiromi Takahashi gets his neck broken. Takahashi is probably one of the best wrestlers in the world that you don't know. He was part of Los Ignobles de Capone. He was the junior heavyweight championship, and go YouTube him. He is phenomenal. Oh, he is so good in the ring. It's ridiculous.
And he was our holy shit award recipient for.
He was on his way to do major things, man.
It's not a congratulations because of how unfortunate it's ending.
He might not ever wrestle again.
It's ending the man's career more than likely, but he definitely got the holy shit award from Kayfabe Avenue.
Yeah, so
hopefully next year we could give it the holy shit award in a less somber
Hopefully he'll be. I mean,
tone.
we have technology the way things are going these days. You know, hopefully he can maybe he can come back. Who knows? We have Tanahashi and Kushida versus Hangman Page and Marty Scurll. But the highlight of that night is Omega versus Cody. The height of this of the Bullet Club Civil War, and this night was really the height of it because the OGs came out.
Okay.
After Kenny Omega had won with the One Wing Angel, and the Bullet and the OG set it straight. Tonga Low, Tama Tonga, Balor Fale. They set it straight, man. They washed the Elite out. That night, from that night on.
What the fuck is an Elite? It's Bullet Club, bro.
Bullet Club. For life.
He should be thanking me. I granted him his wish. I cut him away from Bullet Club so he can be the Super Click. Wait, no. Golden Lovers. Wait, no, wait, hold up. Golden, no. Whatever team he's always wanted. Because obviously he's never wanted to be Bullet Club. You could just tell that.
It's the cutthroat era. It's officially the cutthroat
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And next month after this, now from July to August in New Japan Pro Wrestling is the most grueling tournament. The G1 Climax. Now the winner of this tournament gets to face the champion at Wrestle Kingdom. This is a legendary tournament. If you don't know about it, just go Google the G1 Climax. It is a legendary tournament. There are so many great matches, but
they'll have a slight preview of what a G1 holds in store at Madison Square Garden this year.
Yeah, they're gonna have a little bit of it.
Hopefully, Kayfabe Ave will be there and we'll cover the G1.
There's so many matches, but these are literally matches like when I thought about it just here, that just literally came to my mind. Naito versus Omega in the first round. Naito won 2017. Kenny won 2016. So it was a rematch of the people who won the previous years. That match, 5-star match. First match of the night. Boom, 5-star match. Naito versus Bushi is cringy because they drop each other on the neck so many goddamn times. It's almost scary. Ibushi and Tanahashi in the finals. Tanahashi versus Okada, match of the year candidate. Omega versus Ishii. Oh my, go watch Omega versus, if you don't know who the Stone Pitbull Ishii is, go watch that match, man. Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. beat Omega's ass. Omega barely won. He barely won.
Technical genius right there.
He was twisting him up in all kind of crazy ways.
He's a technical genius.
Hangman Page versus Suzuki. Go watch that match. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Naito. And the Bullet Club was back to their old ways. For a while, because the Elite were like faces, the Bullet Club used to straight interfere in every single match. They make sure their guys
won. Back to
the
real rock and roller days.
In the G1, they almost ruined the entire G1 because they were interfering in every matches, getting disqualification. They didn't care. It was Bullet Club was running wild through the entire G1. And the winner of the G1 was Tanahashi. Tanahashi's been on a roll. He started this year out. People thought he was... Tanahashi, if people don't know, Tanahashi is the John Cena of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was injured at the beginning of the year. People were like, he's in the twilight of his career. It's pretty much over. Picked up some key victories. He won the G1. Keep that in mind. And September rolls around. We have Destruction, but All In happens.
For people who don't follow New Japan as much, the G1 Climax win is like the Money in the Bank.
It's It's
like the Money in the Bank.
It's kind of like the Money in the Bank.
He's actually carrying a G1 Classic briefcase, similar to the Money in the Bank. So
absolutely.
He has a championship match guaranteed for Wrestle Kingdom. That's what that leads to.
It's supposed to
as
be
opposed
guaranteed.
to like a Money in the Bank where you can cash in at will.
But that briefcase can be challenged for, and we will see that briefcase be challenged for. So we're moving on to September, which All In happens. It's not, it doesn't really affect mainline continuity, but just All In needs to be acknowledged. It just needs to be acknowledged.
All In, the whole card. That's Ring of Honor and New Japan and Impact.
And Impact. And
we didn't run through Impact, but
it's all right. Yeah.
Let's give a little highlight to Impact.
Definitely.
A little shout out to
Just
Impact.
a little bit.
So what's interesting about the G1, all the champions compete in the G1. So the United States champion, the Intercontinental, well, not this year because it was Chris Jericho, but the junior heavyweight champion, all the champions, and if you beat the champion, you get a rematch later on down the day. That's another good thing about this tournament. It opens, they make new stars in it, you create matches going from this. So the next match, the next month at Destruction, you have Omega versus Ishii.
Now we're in what, October?
No, we're in September.
We're in September.
Yep, we're in September. And this match was just go watch the Stone Pitbull Ishii versus Omega. It's worth your time. Go watch on the G1 Climax and go watch the follow-up matches.
See, Omega hasn't been defending the title as much throughout this year,
Unfortunately,
but his matches have been A1.
his average for 2018 is 5 stars.
Anyone who, I guess,
How do you average?
cannot actually say that.
Matches?
people
His
who
average
touch
is 5.
a match versus Omega are lucky
They usually get 5
this
matches.
year because it's gonna be a 5-star match.
He had versus Goto versus Bushi versus Naito. He had 3 5-star matches just in the G1 Climax by itself. Then he had another 5-star match at all. Forget it. Anyway, so this is. We also had the at Destruction pay-per-view. New Japan pay-per-views sometimes like Ring of Honor go in night 1, night 2. So in night 2 we had the Golden Lovers versus Ishii and Will Ospreay. Another good match. Ishii is in Chaos. New Japan Pro Wrestling is divided into factions: Chaos, Bullet Club, the Elite, Los Eglanabas de Capone, Suzuki-gun. Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one more.
Djibouti, Japan.
Say that again?
Djibouti, Japan.
Suzuki Japan, and that's it. Yeah, that's all of them. That's all of them. So they do that to protect the wrestlers, to have tag team matches, so people can just go years and years without kind of being injured. Really, it's a good way to protect your guys. And then we get to October. We get a Fighting Spirit Unleashed. We have the Elite versus the Bullet Club. We have Cody versus Juice Robinson for the IWGP United States Championship, which Cody
This was actually boosting Juice up too.
Yeah.
Definitely
This was boosting.
And they have a long standing rivalry, Cody and Juice. They have a long standing rivalry. So this is just another chapter in the rivalry.
Can we say how beautiful that IWGP United States Championship
it's
is?
so beautiful. And this is a fairly new champion. This is only Cody will only be.
It was introduced this year, wasn't it?
It was Kenny Omega, then Jay White, then Jay. He was only 4th. He's only
It was last year.
This championship only like a year and a half, and
It was when
Kenny Omega won the first one.
World of Wars. No,
It was after World of Wars.
No, we was there when they
He didn't have that championship then.
No, but they first sold it.
I think he had it, but he
at
just
the
didn't
World
bring it.
of Worlds
I'm not sure. I don't
in
remember.
New York. That was when Marty was.
Yeah, this is a very new champion. This is only like a year and a half championship. Cody is the 4th IWGP United States Championship after beating Juice Robinson, just an old school. Juice Robinson superplexed him up the top rope and he rolled him up off it. It's crazy. And we have the Golden Lovers versus Okada and Ishii one more time. They did that again, fighting Spirit Unleashed.
Golden Trigger.
That's exactly how I remember that clearly. That's exactly how they won. They hit Ishii with the golden
You know how
trigger.
stiff?
It's a double V trigger.
If you guys don't know what the Golden Trigger is, Google that.
It's a double V trigger.
Oh my god!
It's a double
But
V
they
trigger.
both hold the guy's
Wrist.
arm.
Boom.
Oh!
And next month at this we have which is one of my favorite matches of the year, the King of Pro Wrestling. We have the main event is Omega versus Cody versus Ibushi, and it is New Japan rarely does 3-ways for their championships, but when they do it, it's beast. The last time they did a 3-way was in Ring of Honor, and it was AJ Styles, Okada, and Michael Elgin. And this 3-way match, it to me, it's 5-star match. It delivered.
This is definitely like candidate. It was
Match of your
definitely
candidate.
a match of the
Absolutely
year
match of
nominee.
your candidate. Yeah.
Like I said, picking these awards were like pulling teeth
Yes.
Because we actually went through all the years, the matches and cards, and picked the best
We were
matches.
picking between this, the King of Pro Wrestling, and Wrestle Kingdom, which was going to be, you know.
Well, we'll get to that.
We're not giving anything
Spoiler.
away. No, we're not giving anything away.
You know what I'm saying?
Who was trying to choose?
Hey.
No, we were just trying to choose. We were just trying to choose which one was going to be, you know, event of the year. But we rolling right along. We had Jay. We had Jay White versus Tanahashi, and it was supposed to be Zack Sabre Jr.'s son versus Evil. But before this match could start, we had again the GOAT pop up out of nowhere. So Evil does this elaborate entrance, kind of like with the Druids and Undertaker.
The recipient of the first ever GOAT of the Year award.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of the Druids, pulled pulled Evil down, started whooping his ass, and boom, there you go. Set up the match for next month.
Now you can't just get the GOAT award. You have to have years in the business, have accomplishments. Let's get that straight. We didn't just give it away.
We're not just willing
You have to have
give it us out.
accomplishments in this game.
And you're
to
talking about a
actually-
guy that's still going. Chris Jericho's
Yeah.
48 still having 5-star matches, and
One
we're
of
about
the
to get to
goats.
one of those
One of the
5-star
goats.
matches.
One of the
So
goats.
next month at Power Struggle, we have Ishii versus Minoru Suzuki. And if you don't know who those guys are, if you like strong style, if you want to see two guys just beat the shit out of each other.
Strong style.
No, we're talking strong style. We're talking strong style time. We're talking strong style like Ultra Instinct. No, we're talking strong style.
He said Ultra Instinct.
Yo, because Ishii and Minoru Suzuki, they're just like literally just standing in the middle of the ring, just seeing who can hit each other, the hardest. Like it's kind of brutal to be honest with you. Then we have it does. It's
Let's give it one more.
so the entire match is just come on. That's
You ain't trying to give me that? Give me that one.
And also we have Chris Jericho versus Evil. Go out your way to watch Chris Jericho versus Evil.
This
That's
elevated.
pivot.
This elevated Evil, and not only that, brought the crowd
Yeah.
to Evil side.
They made a guy named Evil a face. Chris Jericho.
How you do
It's
that?
in the name, bro. He's evil.
He's evil, bro. Your name is Evil, bro.
Everything is.
You know what
evil.
happens?
It's evil. Everything is evil. すべては
But that sidestep pivot code breaker, oh my, yeah. So you gotta watch that, yo. You have to.
It was like
he just
picture one guy running off the ropes and one running off the opposite rope, the actual diagonal rope.
Yes, and he just
And-
stops.
Just rebound. They rebound code breaker in midair.
Yo, it was so dope the way he did it. It just,
Listen. That was stapled in my mind like Ricochet versus Adam Cole and the Super Kick.
oh yeah, yeah.
That code breaker was stapled.
Word.
Great code breaker. Oh.
Go breaker.
The next month from November 17th to all the way to December 9th, we actually have the Tag Team League. The Tag Team League is exactly what it sounds like. It's
This is a month long.
So we're gonna skip all the way into the finals.
Finals.
One of
We're
my
sorry,
favorite
guys.
matches. Yeah.
We want to give a shout out to everybody
There
in the tournament.
There are some honorable mentions I do want to
But
mention.
Jesus, hold
Jay
up.
White got constant victories over the dream team of Okada and Tanahashi. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Marty Scurll showed up the last day, and what was probably be their last time team together in a long time. Marty Scurll,
The leader
Kenny.
of the new Bullet Club Cutthroat era,
yeah, and
Jay White.
also the Young Bucks insert themselves into the tag team picture that night, and the final is Evil and Sonata versus the
Do you
Guerrillas
think
of
the
Destiny.
Bucks just popped up, like, boom, kicked in the door, and just was like, we in here, we in this match?
Well,
Like-
they did, but the Young Bucks do have a legitimate gripe. The God beat the Young Bucks and never got their rematch.
Matt was like,
Evil and
are we talking tag team matches.
Evil and Sonata beat God in the finals, so they were going to automatically get that tag team championship. So it only makes sense, and plus it's the Young Bucks, so the elite. So they can. I hate to say it, they can kind of do what they want. So yeah, they established that, and so the winners of the tag team league were Evil and Sonata, which is a great match. Another match you should go out of your way to watch.
Everything is
because Evil and Sonata are a really good tag team match. And the last match on the road to Wrestle Kingdom, the last match of the year, another match because I haven't used enough sound bites in mine.
Are we talking the last month?
We're talking the last month.
Year?
We're talking the last month and the last match of the year. And I'm going to give him an Austin 316. I agree with Uncle Meltzer. A dream match. Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. Ooh. Tanahashi versus the Golden
Wait, this wasn't a match.
Lovers.
This was a fucking movie.
This was definitely a movie.
This was a movie.
This was definitely a movie.
Anybody watching wrestling or remotely keeps up.
Oh my god, I forgot a match.
This was a horror movie.
I forgot a match at Power Struggle. That's when Power Struggle is when
Kota Ibushi goes for Hurricane Rana. Don't let Scott Steiner hear me call it that. But Hurricane Rana off the turnbuckle. Will Ospreay lands on his feet. This man did like 2 flips midair, landed on his feet.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Stands like, turns his face.
The camera work is so crazy. That's what it is. Ibushi's in the corner like, no. Is he still? The camera work was crazy.
Is he still there? Like, he looked like the Terminator.
And there's gonna be Will Ospreay versus Ibushi at Wrestle Kingdom, and it's gonna be Tanahashi
for the Neverweight.
That's he won at Power Struggle. I apologize, I forgot to mention that. And it's gonna be Tanahashi versus Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, and that, my friend,
that is the year
in New Japan. I honestly loved every single event. This has been my first year in New Japan, so this has been an absolutely amazing year in New Japan. Unfortunately, it might be the swan song for a couple of my favorites. But as far as New Japan this year, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye and good night. This is New Japan. This is a year of New Japan.
Okay.
So
you're just signaling this out.
It was a good sound. Say got the
You're right.
Yeah. Just
we turned the page on WWE's year. We turned the page on Ring of Honor's year. We turned the page on New Japan's year. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
But we still have awards to give out.
Yes.
So, moving on. We have Ring of Honor's awards. Ring of Honor Match of the Year goes to the Ladder War. The Briscoes versus SCU. SCU versus the Young Bucks. Hard-hitting match. A lot of rivalry built in between the SCU and the Bucks. It was their final match for Ring of Honor. The Briscoes once again becoming tag team champions 10 times. 10 times. And if you check out video of the live event, we actually have footage of Ladder War. Yep. Not only that, you actually see Papa Briscoe standing right next to us.
Papa Briscoe.
While we watch his sons win the ladder match. Match of the year, Ladder War. Congratulations to the Briscoes for your win. They have over 1,000 days as champion accumulated. Congratulations. Match of the year goes to the Ladder War. Congratulations to all the participants in that match.
Yep.
Next up is the People's Champion Award for Ring of Honor. Again, the person who cuts promos, captivates the audience, has them in their palm of their hand, goes to none other than Cody Rhodes. Was it a no-brainer?
You know it.
Cody is awesome.
You know
the way he milks the crowd for like adoration, and then like I don't need that shit.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's awesome.
So it's awesome. The winner of the face of the brand goes to Jay Lethal.
Absolutely, no question.
Ever since he's grabbed that title, he's just been literally the face of
From
Ring of Honor. Outside of anyone from the Elite or SCU, he was hands down the face of Ring of
And he
Honor.
had a great match at All In, so.
Yeah, awesome match.
Black.
Rivalry of the year.
Black Machismo, brother.
Rivalry of the year for Ring of Honor goes to Flip and Bully Ray.
Ooh, okay.
Now, in
Okay.
Ring of Honor, we didn't have a lot of face or heel turns, really. I think everybody kind of stood who they were, their
for the
characters
most part,
were.
yeah, absolutely.
So we didn't have any face turn or heel turn of the year awards for Ring of Honor. But stable of the year, do we have to, do we literally even have to guess who the stable of the year was for them?
Gotta get you the updated one, man.
So, stable of the year goes to the league. Pay-per-view of the year, it holds a big place in our hearts for Ring of Honor. Final Battle.
Yes.
Congratulations to Final Battle
Yes,
at
congratulations.
the Manhattan Center.
Yes, it was a really, really, really good
And
show.
last but certainly not least, they already won the promotion of the year, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We still have a few awards to give out. Match of the year for New Japan Pro Wrestling goes to Okada versus Omega at Dominion. The match, Omega won his title.
We're talking about 65 minutes, 6 1/4 stars, 2 out of 3 falls, the culmination of 18 months of storytelling. Some people call these series of matches the greatest series of matches of all time. I can understand that. I probably will argue that they are. The fast pace, you just need to go watch Okada versus Omega. I can't even sit here and begin to describe to you.
But we ran down the matches. We ran down the matches of the cards. Let's move on to the People's Champion Award. Goes to Chris Jericho. His promo work is second to none. Honorable mention, Kenny Omega. Chris Jericho, you already won your second award, bro.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
I mean,
you're
Chris-
already the greatest of all time.
Yo, you just gotta watch Chris Jericho. You gotta watch Alpha Jericho. He's something else. He's
Now,
really something different.
The Face of the Brand award goes to none other than Kenny Omega.
I actually don't agree with that. We're giving it to him, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
outright, I don't agree with that.
I mean, the votes outweigh your opinion in
I'm
this
just
one.
saying,
I
just want to say that out
We
there,
had
people
some
out there.
feedback. We had voting system going there. We ran down cards. We got the statistics, people.
And I love Omega, but for 2018, it's actually been.
I would give it to Jay White.
It's been quite a disappointing.
I would give it to Jay White. Really, if
I
my personal
I wouldn't
opinion,
give it to Jay White either.
I'd give it to Jay White. If not Okada.
I'm giving it to either Okada or Tanahashi.
But Kenny Omega, congratulations.
And I love Omega. Ain't no hate
You're
from
the
Omega.
face of the brand
It's
of New Japan Pro Wrestling
One of the conversations
for 2018. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you actually get statistics and do this the right way.
I mean, he hasn't.
I don't agree
He
either.
hasn't really wrestled like half the last year.
But
you know,
rivalry of the year goes to Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega, the Elite Civil War.
it's the Bullet Club Civil War, man.
It's the Elite.
They weren't the Elite then.
The Cutthroats, the Gorillas, they weren't involved. You know, so the Elite Civil War, Bullet Club Civil War, that's how you want to name it. That's the rivalry of the year for New Japan. Heel turn of the year. You know who's the heel turn of the year?
Oh,
Who's the heel turn of the year?
The Master Booker. The
Woo!
Master Booker.
Woo!
Gedo. Listen, if you don't know who Gedo is, he's obviously the Booker of Japan Pro Wrestling. This guy books things months in advance. I mean, long-term booking.
Yeah.
Long-term booking that works out right.
And keeps his stars looking good. Moving on. Face turn of the year goes to
Who?
who? With the honorable mention, Evil. But as a whole, Los Ingobernables de Japan.
Ooh.
Face turn of the year. Now they still act how they act, but the crowd is super behind them now.
We got a guy named Evil as a face, so.
Evil's a face.
They're
Thanks,
the most,
Jericho.
they're the most popular faction in
You're all over this awards.
in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Thanks, Jericho. Thanks.
Even though you may think it's Bullet Club, may think it's the Elite, it's actually Los Ingobernables.
Now,
Yeah.
stable of the year.
Of the year.
We was just talking about them. Los Ingobernables de Japan. Tranquilo. They're tranquilo with that award. Congratulations to Los Ingobernables. And finally, to end the night, last award we're going to give, pay-per-view of the year. It happens every year. It's the pinnacle. It's the mania of New Japan.
I can't believe that.
It's
you're
the
ending-
end-all, be-all.
I can't believe you're ending the night on this.
Yeah, pay-per-view of the year.
You didn't give out a superstar of 2018?
Yeah, we did that.
We didn't give a superstar.
You want to give one through all the brands?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, I
We
forgot.
did.
We're doing it brand by brand.
Yeah, we did.
We're doing. I was just thinking like, what? We didn't give one. We didn't give like one superstar of 2018, but
Yeah, that's the face of the brand. That's the
we're doing. Yeah.
that's the People's Champions Awards. You know.
Right.
Now, if you want to do one, maybe the fans, maybe the viewers.
That's what I
One
was-
superstar, all
Viewers
three
like
brands.
you.
Who was? That'll be the people's. You know what? The first person to comment, that'll be
People are quiet. They like it. They'll comment about other things, but I don't know. People don't want to.
People's
comment.
choice. Who is the superstar of all three brands of the year 2018? And if you guys comment and enough, and we'll give that award on our next episode of This Week in Wrestling.
I mean, honestly, there's only one person that's competed on all the brands.
Oh, that's actually competing.
That actually competed on all.
Damn
of
you!
There's only
Damn
one
you!
person.
Damn you, Jericho!
He's the only person that competed on every single
Anyways,
brand.
that's for them to decide. If they want to chime in, that's for
It
them to
is.
decide.
I'm deciding for them. You know
But-
why? 'Cause I got this scarf and I'm a heel.
The last award. Let's wrap this up, guys. The last award of the night goes pay-per-view of the year for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Their mania, their version, their spectacle. Wrestle Kingdom 12. Wrestle Kingdom. Alpha versus Omega.
Okada versus Naito. The Young Bucks versus Evil and Sonata. Cody versus Ibushi. Jay White versus Tanahashi. You just had hit after hit after hit. One of the biggest Wrestle Kingdoms of all time. Wrestle Kingdom 12. New Japan Pro Wrestling's event of the year.
So that was our holiday special. That was our awards. Congratulations to everybody who mentioned it. It was a great fucking year in wrestling.
It was personally, it was, as a fan, one of my best years ever. And it led to the creation
Of Kayfabe Ave livecast
or is the podcast.
or podcast. Thank you to the subscribers who have subscribed. Thank you to the people who support us on IG at Kayfabe Ave livecast or podcast. Follow me at Kayfabe AJ. Follow him at Kayfabe Focus on Instagram.
Follow Mr. Richie Moon at Mr. Richie Moon or the Kayfabe Ave Live or Pod.
Podcast. Once again, happy holidays. Have a wonderful, happy new year. I think it's time to count it down for them.